And I love it when a woman takes back her power and she got this man begging. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Reader's Delight, where we proudly read Black romance. Today's episode is Toxic Book Baes. Y'all, I love a toxic book bae. And the reason I love a toxic book bae is because the more toxic they are, the harder they fall in love. So today I have 5 toxic book baes that I think are just toxic, but like, I can't help it. I love these books. What does that say about me? Ah, well, here we go. So today I'm going to give you 5 toxic book baes that I think are just really great books. But like I said, the harder they fall, the more toxic they are, the harder they fall. So let's get into it and see what y'all think. Let's go. Our first book is Personal by Alexandria House. Now, in this book, which kind of technically you needed to read Let Me Love You and Let Me Hold You, but that's fine. That's all right. We have got Armand Daniels, and if you've heard about him in previous books by Alexandria House, you know, oh boy, is toxic. Like, this man is volatile. He is super, super talented. He is in the league. He can play. He's talented. But toxic, y'all. This man got problems. But it took my girl, Ella McClain, to come in and get him some act right. And that's basically what had to happen. Old boy didn't know how to act. And she had to, dominate a little bit to get him to behave. So if you have not checked out Personal, you're missing out. Because like I said, I love a toxic man because the more toxic they are, the harder they fall. Yep. Our next toxic book bae is Devin. Devin from The Broken by Nia Forster. Y'all, this man is broken. He a broken man. But not only is he broken, he's actually toxic too. He be playing with my girl Harper too much. Like, those guys who will go and be like, oh yeah, we're just kicking it, we're just hanging out, blah, 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 but then comes right back. Devin. And honestly, Harper was really patient. She was uber patient for me. She was too damn patient for me. But understand that Devin was also like a broken man, to be honest. And so that's why he had just a lot of toxic traits, because he didn't know how to treat a woman. And so he was just reckless. And honestly, a lot of time I was reading this book and sometimes I'm like, man, you dumb. Devin, act right, But I will also say this book is so beautifully written. Technically, there's 2 books before. Technically, right? Because Devin comes up in the 2 books before this in this series. But this is his story. And this is the opportunity to really dive deep into him. And like I said, toxic. And my girl Harper had to hold strong. And she had to, again, bring a toxic man to his knees. I mean, it's a given. But definitely such a beautiful story. Just great. The Broken. Love. Our next book is Love Delayed by Love Belvin. Now in this book, our toxic book bae is Stanton Rogers, or Stantbro. This man here, y'all, he is an NBA bad boy. He's wilding out, doing all the things that famous, rich, popular, athletic athletes do. But of course, when he sets his sights on my girl Zoe, he doesn't know how to behave. And he is like, I hate this for her. But yes, he is toxic. And he sets his sights on her and he will not let go. And instead of just being like, okay, I'm going to be reformed, I'm going to change my ways. No. He doesn't change his ways. He is the same. He continues to act a mess. And our girl Zoe has to deal with it, and she navigates that whole situation of having this man who just will not let her go, will not let her be, will not let her live the life she wants to live because he can't stop loving her. Stan. Stanton. It's just, this man's a mess. A mess. But it's real good though. I can't help it. It's a real good book. I loved it. Toxic, but I loved it. Next book is Butterfly by Ashley Antoinette. Now, I'm probably going to have people watching this right now who want to tussle. And you want to tussle with me because you feel like I should have picked Ethic, right? But y'all know Messiah is toxic. Stop playing with me like this man ain't toxic. Like, so for those of you who have not read Butterfly, there's a series that goes before this book. It's called the Ethic series, and there's like 6 books in it, plus a Christmas book, plus another book called The Invitation. And we meet Messiah in this book, right? In that series book. And we meet the girl who is Morgan. In that series, Messiah is toxic. He is. But Ethic, some will argue, is also toxic. I do not agree. Now, also, there are probably those of you out there right now, you Messiah wives, who want to come for me and say that he is not toxic. Look, people have claimed that I am a Messiah wife, and I am not a Messiah wife. I'm just, I feel like I understand where the story needs to go. And my girl Morgan needs to get with this dude Messiah, and they just need to be together. Okay? They just need to be together. So, in this book, definitely an urban fiction story, Messiah is a man of the streets. And Morgan is basically like, she's had a hard life too, but she's basically like the princess of like this one, I'll call him a drug mafia king, whatever. And then he passes away, and the mom, and then the sister, and all that other stuff. And then, I know this is dramatic as hell. And then, she gets into this other, she basically has like this man, his name's Ethic, who essentially becomes like a pseudo father for her. And she's fallen in love with this guy named Messiah. Messiah initially does not really want her because he's living that reckless life. But when they finally do get together, Messiah be playing games with Morgan. He be playing games. She's young, but he be playing games with her. And he does a lot of stuff that I think is just poor decision making. Poor. And this man is toxic. He's toxic for this girl. Like, she needs a regular dude. Regular. But she can't help it. She loved this man. And so here we are with Butterfly. So, yeah, this book, this Messiah, I'm rooting for you, Messiah. But let's be real. He's toxic as hell. Alrighties, and the last book, the last toxic bae is Demon's Dream by L. Kaysen. Y'all, she's thick. Y'all, she's a very thick one. But this book right here, look, I read a little bit of everything. I love A Friends to Lovers, An Enemies to Lovers, an urban fiction. I read it all. And this thick old baddie right here, this ain't even 5 stars. This is 6 stars. I love this book. Now, I guess this feeds into my like toxic men. Whatever. It don't matter. In this book, we have Demon. Demon is toxic. He's toxic. Out of all these dudes that I've talked about in this video right here, I think he might be the most toxic one. But like I said, the more toxic they are, the harder they fall in love. So in this story, L. Kaysen has woven a really crazy tale where basically Dream, which is our protagonist, is almost like bartered for the terrible decision making of her brother by her father. And as a result, she's kind of, like I said, bartered over to Demon, who is the brother of the man who was like basically he was duped in some capacity. And so now she's been bartered over to this man named Demon. Damon to whom she has to basically give, I think it's 30 days or something like that. And this man is toxic, y'all. Like, the man's name is Damon. Demon. It's his nickname, but still, Demon. And this man is toxic. Like, he talks to her real reckless. He talks to her real aggressive. He is, honestly, he has many moments of being disrespectful. And as a result, Dream has to, boss up in a lot of ways and not take no mess from him and stand up for herself. And as a result, Demon, of course, he falls. And he falls hard, right? Because this man is toxic, but she's basically trapped to fulfill this obligation to him. But in the process of fulfilling his obligation, of course, he kind of gets to know her. She kind of gets to know him, kind of gets to start picking at that, that wall that he's built up around him. And as a result, he's able to feel more emotions. He's able to feel a connection. He's able to feel all these things that he normally would have hated to have felt. But Dream is able to chip away at that hard shell of his. So, yeah, I love this book. I really, really do. It's so, so good. It's thick, but it don't even feel like it. And it's one of the books that I really, really want to reread, but it's so thick. It's so thick that I'm like, oh, I got to have time to really dedicate myself to rereading this book. But it is such a good book. It's such a good story. Yes, he's toxic. Yes, he's a mess. But it is a really, really good story. So if you want to get you a little bit of an urban fiction fix, Demon's Dream by Elle Kaysen. Excellent. All right, y'all. So those are 5 toxic book bays that, I'll be honest, I love them. I don't know what that says about me, but that's whatever. I like those books. But there's just something about a toxic man that I love, because they always fall. They always be falling down to their knees, y'all. And they're just weak. And I love it when a woman takes back her power and she got this man begging. I love it. So if you're looking to get your toxic book bag fix, definitely check out these 5 books. And also, if you know of any other toxic book bays that also fall to their knees and start begging, go ahead and drop them in the comments. Thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.